Alrighty then, hey, this is Wentus yet again. I'm going to be continuing my Let's Play of Sonic Adventure. Last time, we finally managed to elude Zero. And, well, we finished the last stage of Amy's story, and all that's left is to head to the egg carrier and try to find the birdie's family. Man, it feels good to be back to recording. I know I say that like every, 3-ish episodes, that's because I record these in batches of 3, and it tends to be that those batches tend to get corrupted. So, yeah, that sucks, but whatever, I'm back to recording now. Hopefully I'll be able to stick to it this way. I found a new method for decorrupting files that worked this time. Whatever, I'm not going to bother you guys with that. Let's just go ahead and find our way to the egg carrier. Now, if I can get up there. I can't walk there, I have to go exactly on the path. That's kind of weird. Oh, there's a person here. I forgot there's a guy that kind of wanders around the jungle. Oh, do not mean to hit him. Let's talk to him. It's just jungle. Jungle and more jungle. When I first came in, I thought I saw it. Where the heck are those ruins? About 30 paces that way, buddy. He's very close, but he's walking in the exact opposite direction. In fact, I'm wondering how it is he managed to not pass by them, considering he can't walk off the path. Maybe he can, he's special. Let's see now. Crap, I think this is doubling back on where I came from. It is really easy to get lost in this jungle, so I can't blame the guy. Been in jungle for months. My wife is back at Station Square. I wish I could see her again. Oh, I feel kind of bad for the guy. He's stuck in this jungle, and his family's probably wondering if he's even alive anymore. Wait a minute, this is not where I thought it was. I thought this was the spot where you could find the statue with Knuckles. That's what I'm thinking of. But apparently it's not the same spot because there's normally that little Eggman symbol in there, unless that disappears at some point in the story. So yeah, I'm thoroughly lost. I may have to cut... Oh! Okay, now I have an idea of where I am in the jungle. I'm at the exact opposite end of where I need to be. So if I take this path here, I should be able to get back. It's weird, I didn't realize there were little openings into the jungle like that, other than the one that... Oh! Well, this is convenient. Apparently there's an emblem here I forgot about. So that's another emblem location, and for like the millionth time, I'm not going to be showing where all those are, so that one's just conveniently shown. Saw it. This huge thing roaring off into the sky. What was it? I couldn't really see it through the trees. It's probably the egg carrier he's talking about, and... Wait a minute. I think I just jump canceled with Amy by accident. With most of the characters, if you jump and press B in the air, it makes it so that you stop mid-air and start falling instead of continuing going up. But with Amy, she just swings her hammer, so she doesn't have a jump cancel, but it looked like I just jump canceled there. Whatever, this should be the right area. Yep, this is the forked path, and right here should be the ladder up ahead. Yep, there it is. So, sorry if it was kind of boring watching me wander through the jungle, but I managed to show a few of the people that are lost in the jungle that are kind of interesting, I guess. Especially that guy who's missing his family. I feel bad for that guy. Still, showed that, managed to show an interesting location that I showed at the end of Knuckles' story. And I also was able to show an emblem, so those are just some nice little bonuses that should help fill out this video, since this is probably going to be a shorter video, since I only have really one thing left to do to finish up Amy's story. Hers is probably the shortest of the bunch, and I believe I mentioned that it's my second to least favorite, but it's not my least favorite. Believe it or not, we're actually getting into my least favorite immediately after Amy's story, which is a shame. I'm not looking forward to doing it, just because the reason why I don't like Amy's story as much is just because it creeps me out, and I don't mind that. It's kind of fun getting creeped out, but, by the way, if we go down here, there's this little raft here. If we jump on this raft, it'll take us to the egg carrier. Oddly enough, apparently it landed in the ocean. There's also a boat like this in Station Square after the egg carrier crash. Alrighty then. So Zero has gone a bit too far this time. He attacked the bird, and it's time for us to quit running and toughen up a little bit. So yeah, we're tired of this guy just chasing us around. His AI is very similar to that what it is in the stages, and this is the one boss fight of Amy's story. Now what we've got to do, well, as you see, we're locked in Electric Arena. He's a robot. I don't think electricity, at least excess electricity, is going to do anything good for the systems. Oh jeez! Okay, you're supposed to knock him into the electric fence, his head will open up, and you can hit his weak spot. That'll deal damage. Because up till now, we actually had no way of actually damaging him. We could stun him, but thinking about it, he's actually one of Eggman's tougher robots, with that in mind. He doesn't get destroyed when you immediately hit him. Oh shoot. Shoot. Okay, there's that lock-on attack I was meaning to show for quite some time. Okay, we managed to lock him up. Still, like I was saying, Zero is actually one of Eggman's toughest robots, if you think about it that way, that, at least of his self-functional robots. Okay, this is one of his more powerful attacks. It's actually kind of difficult to dodge. You kind of have to run with it if you want to be able to dodge every shot. At least that's what I always do. Alright, so he's only got one hit left. Let's kill this guy. I'm honestly sick of what he's done. This is probably my, well, not my favorite, but one of the most satisfying climaxes to a character's story in this game, just because we get to kill this guy that has been just seriously annoying this whole time. Ah, that's very satisfying. That felt good. That felt really good.
See, I can do this.
And the thing I like most about this is that it really shows a shift in Amy's character. How she was always the damsel in distress kind of character, always running away. Well, I'll talk about that more after this.
Please wake up, Birdie. Are you okay? Can you fly? Whoa! You did it! Now you three can live in peace again. I'm so happy! I'm going to try my best, too! Just watch me! I'll make that Sonic respect me! And by that time, it's gonna be too late!
So, that's the end of Amy's story. One of the shorter ones, and less interesting ones in my opinion. But it's fun to play through, and I love being creeped out, but at the same time it's creeping me out. But I don't know how fun this would be for most people. I mean, I get a thrill out of it of being creeped out by Zero, but I don't know, what do you guys think of Amy's story if you were playing through it? I can say her theme song as well is something I want to note. It's one of the more awkward ones to listen to, but it's so catchy. Wait, did it? Okay, I've never really listened to the lyrics of this song. I've only ever had like the tune stuck in my head. I get the feeling I don't even want to listen to what it has to say. Regardless, my thoughts on Amy's story. This was one of the most difficult to put together for me because I had multiple failed recordings of it. It was not easy to play through the actual stages. I mean, technically, I didn't have any real challenge except for minor platforming that I kept failing at. But I don't know. this one overall was just less enjoyable, unfortunately. I'm sure I would have loved it. Well, loved it as much as I can love being creeped out by that freaking robot, man. But I would have loved doing it if it hadn't been for the fact that I keep on having these failed recordings. Still, I am determined to finish this Let's Play, and I should mention one other problem I might be running into. My disc keeps on having a problem where it randomly will shut off, usually 5 minutes into starting playing, and it will say, cannot read disc. And with how buggy my copy of Sonic Adventure has been recently, like more buggy than this game normally is, I think it may be reaching the end of its lifetime. Hopefully it'll still last me through to the end of this Let's Play. Still, overall, I'm still having a fun time. I enjoy this game. And Amy's story, even though it's my second to least favorite, it's not terrible. I still enjoy it. And, oh, now I remember what I was going to say. I was going to say how I did enjoy the fact that Amy gets a bit of development in this game. She goes from the damsel in distress to... well, she was kind of forced to not have Sonic by her side to rescue her all the time, so she had to figure out how to handle herself. At first, her reaction to this is, run! She kept running. She would sometimes fight back with her hammer, but she'd never really do anything more than that. And if you watch the not Sonic Adventure, Sonic X TV show, I feel like that's kind of helped develop the Amy that we know in that show, which is she's a bit more of a, not exactly tomboyish, but she's a tough girl, basically. You don't mess with her. She carries around a giant hammer that most people probably can't even lift. So, I don't know, that's how I always see Amy, is that tough girl who basically doesn't take crap from others. And I feel like this story is what developed her into that. She went from damsel in distress to girl running away to finally being able to fight back and handle herself. She was tired of putting up with it all. I really like that. That is good development for this character. Even though it does require some interpretation, like anything else in this game, since very little is clear with this kind of portrayal from the characters. if that makes sense at all. Still, I do enjoy this one for the development of Amy. If I remember correctly, in Sonic Adventure 2, they don't really carry that over much because I don't recall Amy actually doing anything much. Well, no, she does one thing in Sonic Adventure 2 that I remember kind of fits that personality. But there's another Sonic game, actually a few Sonic games later on, where it really portrays that tough girl mentality for her, which I really like. That's why I think this story is one of the reasons why I like this game so much. This and Tails' story also is the fact that it develops the characters. It takes Tails from being the sidekick that follows Sonic around and relies on him, to being someone who can handle himself and has his own specialty, and Sonic actually relies on Tails quite a bit now. So they're really more of partners than hero and sidekick. That's something I like with Tails' story. Amy used to be the fangirl that got captured, damsel in distress. Now she's a tough girl. It develops her into a new character, and one that's actually a lot more interesting than the typical cliches. I guess that's the best way I can say why I like this game, and why I still can enjoy Amy's story despite it not having the best gameplay. Or, well, story, but it has good development. That's why I like it. I feel like it develops all the characters pretty well. And once again, we get to see the old Sega models before it got ported to GameCube. Well, I'm sure they were great for their time, but that was before my generation of gaming. So, that's the end of Amy's story. Guess that'll be it for this episode. So, without further ado, this has been Wentus. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys back here next time when we take on the story of Big, my least favorite character to play as in this game. See you guys then.